Hello, thanks for joining us. Today, Dosatron's troubleshooting video series features how to troubleshoot your Dosatron D40MZ2 40 GPM injector. The three key areas to troubleshooting are 1. The injector is clicking but not drawing the concentrate. 2. The injector is clicking but water is going down into the tank. Or 3. The injector isn't clicking. The first two are the most common. Before we get started, please make sure to follow the safety instructions. If the injector is clicking but not drawing, or is pushing water down into the tank, the issue is primarily found in the stem. While the unit is installed, turn the water on. Remove the suction hose nut and suction hose and check to see if you feel suction on your finger. If you don't feel suction on your finger, turn the water off. Then release pressure by pressing the air bleed button on top of the Dosatron unit. Unscrew the hose nut and remove the chemical pickup hose. Unscrew the injection stem nut and pull the stem straight out from the body. Set the injection stem aside. Then use a strap wrench to loosen the blue bell housing. Unscrew and remove the bell housing and pull the piston straight out of the body. Set the bell housing aside and hold the piston. Then remove the plunger by twisting it a quarter turn counterclockwise and remove. Now hold the plunger and inspect the seal for nicks, grooves, or wear. You can test the plunger seal by inserting the plunger down into the stem. When you pull it out, it should make a pop sound. If it doesn't make a pop, or if you see damage, it is definitely time to replace the plunger seal. To change, roll the seal off and install a new one. Now pick up the black stem, unscrew it and remove the check valve nut. Pull the check valve straight out. Now it may be snug, but it will slide out. Set the stem aside and grasp the white retainer and twist it a quarter turn counterclockwise to release the check valve parts. Once you have the parts out, make sure they're not damaged, gummy, sticky, or missing. If the parts are dirty, you can just clean and reinstall them. If you see damage or parts are missing, it's time to replace. Remember to keep these parts clean and in good shape so your check valve will do its job and not allow water to go down into your solution tank. To reassemble, put the cone into the top of the barb. Next, slide the spring over the shaft and position the top guide over the shaft. Align the guide and twist it a quarter turn clockwise to lock. Give it a tug to make sure everything is in position. Reinstall the check valve assembly into the stem. Then reinstall the check valve nut. Then pick up the piston and plunger and reattach the plunger onto the lower end of the piston by twisting it clockwise to lock. Now you can insert the piston into the body and replace the bell housing hand tight. Align the teeth on the top of the injection stem assembly with the notches in the lower part of the body and reinstall the nut hand tight. One last thing, take a look at the top of the suction hose. If it flares out, cut an inch or so off and reinstall. Or if the suction hose is cracked, rigid, or looks really old, just replace it. Thread the suction hose nut onto the hose, slide it onto the barb and hand tighten the nut. Make sure you reset your injector to the desired setting. Finally, if the injector isn't clicking, use a strap wrench to loosen the blue bell housing. Then remove the bell housing and pull the piston straight out. Visually inspect the upper and the lower flanges on the piston shell. If they're worn or have scratches, the flanges will need to be replaced. Another way to check the flanges is by doing a fit test. To test the upper flange, invert the piston and insert it into the blue bell housing. It should have a uniform snugness. To test the lower flange, remove the plunger by turning it a quarter turn counterclockwise and pulling it straight out. Now insert the piston into the body. It should have uniform snugness. If either is loose, the flanges need to be replaced. To replace the upper flange, locate the release lever, press it down and rotate the lock ring counterclockwise. Remove the lock ring and piston flange by lifting straight up. To install the new upper flange, locate the square and open edges. Then slide the flange over the upper portion of the piston shell with the square edge facing upward. Then align the white tooth inside the lock ring with the black lever in the piston shell. Press it down into place and twist clockwise until it locks. The procedure is similar for the bottom flange. To replace the lower flange, locate the release lever, press it down and rotate the lock flange clockwise. Remove the lock ring and piston flange by lifting straight up. To install the new lower flange, locate the square and open edges. Then slide the flange over the lower portion of the piston shell with the square edge facing downward. Now align the white tooth inside the lock ring with the black lever in the piston shell. Press them down into place and twist counterclockwise until it locks. Reinstall the plunger into the piston by aligning the top with the retainer. Press the plunger in and turn it a quarter turn clockwise to lock. Place the piston back into the body and reinstall the blue bell housing hand tight. That's all for now. We hope this video has been helpful in troubleshooting your Dosatron D40MZ2 40 GPM injector. For more information, give us a call at 800-523-8499 or visit us online at dosatron.com. To see our other videos, check out our YouTube channel or the video link on our website.